So the New Orleans Saints had a 40 burger hung on them. They had 200 plus rushing yards hung on them again by the same team that did it to them last season. What other news can there be than that? How about Taysom Hill getting a 4-year extension with the Saints? What is going on, guys? Who Dat Davis here for you, and as always, if you don't know, you will know that over here we bleed black and gold until we are dead and cold. Thank you guys for checking out today's video of breaking news. You guys like this content, make sure you hit that like button down there, you hit the subscribe button down there, and you hit that share button so you guys share me around to your fellow football fans, including your non-Saints fans. Before we get into today's news, make sure you check out my community tab because I have some other news to talk about regarding New Orleans football, as the USFL has been announced on the herd by Colin Cowherd and Joy Taylor. The New Orleans area is getting a new football team, or a team if you guys are familiar with. The New Orleans Breakers are going to be debuting in the 2022 season in the USFL. It's going to be very fun. You guys want me to cover the New Orleans Breakers in April? Make sure you let me know in the comment section or anytime I go live, and I will most certainly do that for you. But with all that being said, it's busy time to get down with the breakdown. We are going to be talking about this contract extension for quarterback Taysom Hill, our lovely do-it-all guy. Taysom Hill, regarding this contract extension, has been listed here by Adam Schefter. It lists as follows. New Orleans quarterback Taysom Hill signed a unique 4-year hybrid type of contract extension that could be worth anywhere between $40 million and $95 million depending on the position he plays. And this includes a $22.5 million guarantee, sources tell ESPN. Taysom Hill's contract, he's a hybrid that is unique and unlike any other contract because it pays him $40 million base salary for the role that he's currently playing, which is the jack of all trades role. The flex receiver, the flex tight end, the halfback, special teams, all that good stuff. He get $40 million base salary based off of all of that. And it could be up to an additional $55 million in incentives if he does become the Saints starting quarterback for the next 4 seasons. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean going forward for the New Orleans Saints and Taysom Hill as a whole? Well, let's start with Taysom Hill in his contract. If you guys don't know still, it basically means Taysom Hill just earned himself a payday of a 4-year, $40 million contract to continue playing in this do-it-all role, which could end up being up to $95 and $55 million incentives if he does end up playing as a starting quarterback for the Saints over the next 4 seasons. That locks him in through 2025. New Orleans has a lot of value in Taysom Hill. As I listed earlier, he plays wide receiver, he plays some tailback, he plays some QB powers, he plays special teams. He's very valued and loved in that locker room, obviously, especially in Sean Payton. He's gushed about Taysom Hill since bringing him in. Now, what does this mean on a contrast? It most likely means we will not see Jameis Winston in the next offseason because of this type of contract. And I'm very concerned about that because I love Jameis Winston, and his time in New Orleans was cut short. He was cementing himself with the Who Dat Nation, with the city of New Orleans, with the state of Louisiana, being so close and closely knitted, cementing himself not just with the team, but just off the field stuff, donating his time, his money, his energy, his love. That stuff was infectious. It was starting to grow on everybody. He was starting to prove people wrong. And now with this type of extension, this basically, for right now anyway, it shows Sean Payton. It tells us that Sean Payton believes more in Taysom Hill than Jameis Winston. Now, this could obviously change in the next offseason. He could come back on a 1-year deal now, since he's going to be cheaper coming off that bad ACL tear and MCL sprain. But for right now, I'm going to say that Jameis Winston just got shown the door for Taysom Hill, and I very much am against that. This also is concerning because Marcus Williams is going to be deserving a payday, and if the Saints don't pay him, somebody else will. He deserves his contract extension. He's been one of the best safeties so far this year, and consistently since he was drafted back in 2017. Marcus Williams is a top 10 safety. I believe he's ranked top number 9 so far in overall safety production. He had a great game against the Eagles on Sunday, and that's very concerning for the fact that, you know, Marcus Williams, he's taking away a lot of deep balls from opposing teams, opposing offenses. He's been a safety blanket back there. He's got great elite field coverage, great instincts, and Marcus Williams deserves to have his bag. With this contract extension, I don't know if Marcus Williams gets that, and that's going to be very concerning going forward, considering that Malcolm Jenkins is also going to be out the door, as he is also in his contract year with the Saints. And then you have guys like Teron Armstead. You got guys like Tano Passigno. He's locked up. You got Carl Granderson. You got a whole lot of things coming up that you need the cap space to do. And with this type of contract, I doubt that's going to happen. It remains to be seen what happens going forward. But as I am a fan of Taysom, I love what he does with the energy, the physicality he brings to this team. I just don't know if he warrants this type of money right now. And that's simply because of the fact that he's also been injured over the last 2 seasons consecutively, especially concerning the concussions that he's had. He's had 2 concussions in back-to-back seasons, one including this year against the Washington football team. Now, granted, that wasn't his fault, right? It was a bad blow to the head. A player should have been fined, if not, outright suspended. That neither of such has happened. If you guys don't know the story on Taysom Hill's concussion this year, he doesn't remember 45 minutes after the blow had landed to his skull. He doesn't remember any of it, and that's very concerning if you know how I would say lingering these after effects can be when it comes to concussions. How effective can Taysom Hill be going forward? Not just the rest of this season, but seasons beyond, when he's asked to do more than what his body may be capable of at this point. He still has his health to think about. Is he fully healthy? He's had too much to really consider this type of money for. I would have settled for more of a 2-year deal. Hell, maybe even a 3-year deal, but a 4-year deal, I don't know. Now, the money itself, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it could play out well for the Saints, considering that the salary cap is supposed to be going up exponentially before the start of 2023 because of the deals the NFL has made this past off season. But that's a big gamble. It's a big gamble. It's all going to depend on Taysom Hill and what kind of production he has. He's going to have to show that he is worth that kind of money. But what are your thoughts on this whole extension for Taysom Hill? Do you think it's warranted money for our star versatile player, or do you think it's a little too much for the type of production he's been giving us the last 2 seasons? I'll let you leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys don't know, you will know. It's black and gold, no matter what, until we are dead and cold. I will check you guys out tomorrow as we talk about the 2020 draft class consisting of Cesar Ruiz, Zach Bond, and Adam Troutman. See you then.
Listen, man, the word is unstoppable. The word is unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You know why? Because you've been equipped. Look inside. You've been equipped with everything you need to be the force you need. I am unstoppable. Why? Around you. I can guarantee you, these angels in here.